He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Tuesday. I was reading the digital version of the Ocala Star banner on Ocala.com. I don't pay for the paper that way. I get it. I pay for it digitally to come on the computer. I don't need the paper thrown in my yard anymore. But so I saw a story and it got me thinking, are they right? And the story's headline was, for some, Marion County soaring home prices means there will be a new American dream. The story starts with back in 2006, area investors were buying up land, building hundreds of homes, believing they could fill them quickly because most everyone was qualified to buy one. That's when the recession struck. We know Taylor Bean and Whitaker went bankrupt and everything. The housing bubble, as it was called, led many land investors to bankruptcy. They invested too much land for the housing rush. They quickly lost thousands of dollars in equity. Buyers did, leaving many of them upside down on their mortgages. Construction of the single home families all but stopped after the recession struck. Flash forward to now, the Ocala Marion County Metropolitan Statistical Area is leading the nation in year-over-year growth of single-family home permits. There's 1,628 single-family home permits in 1 year ending in June of 2020. But in June of 2021, it registered 2,917 single-family homes permits. That's an increase of 79%. That leads the nation's, all 384 of the MSAs in the nation. The reason? Well, we stopped building houses for almost a decade, folks. We really stopped building houses. George Pittis, the president of the Ocala Marion County Association of Realtors, said, underbuilding. We're in a catch-up mode now. The difference between 2007 and 2008 and now is that there is not much inventory. Ideally, we should be building inventory and selling from the inventory, according to him. They just can't keep up with demand. Now, home building ramped back up in 2017, but home prices have soared. I mean, equity in your home, if you know that the millage rate stayed the same here in Marion County. County commissioners didn't up the millage rate, but yet you're paying more in taxes because your property value's gone up, and it's at an all-time high. Homes that 2 years ago were worth $260,000, $270,000 are worth $330,000 now because of the increase in property value. Well, that's pricing some people out of the market. So they don't have the American dream of owning a home. You know, famously, what led to this housing market bubble in 2007, 2008 can be laid at the foot of the Clintons when Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton announced that everybody deserved to be able to own a home. No, you don't. You deserve to have the opportunity to be successful in life and garner enough money to then afford a home. You don't deserve a home unless you can afford a home. That's where people missed the boat in 2007, 2008. They were approving everybody. Well, not everybody could afford a home. Well, now not everybody can afford a home just because home prices are at all-time highs. So what's that do for the American dream? Well, you have to readjust it. And people are. They're investing in townhomes and condominiums that are at a lower price point than single-family homes would land with them. You're seeing more townhomes being built, more people buying into townhomes. You're seeing more apartment complexes that are being turned into condominium. They're being revamped and turned into condominium complexes, and then those condominiums are being purchased. That's the new American dream. Not so much a single-family home, although that's still part of it, but people are okay with buying townhomes and condominiums because they're more affordable. I mean, home building has ramped back up, so they're trying to get caught up. Kevin Shealy, the president and CEO of the Ocala Marion Chamber of Economic Partnership, said by 2013, 5 years after the recession, population numbers had rebounded, but they didn't start building houses again until 2017. But new homes cost are pricing buyers out of the market. So people are turning to townhomes and condominiums. Is that the new American dream? I don't know. But it's an option to the single-family homes, and we're building a lot of those here in Marion County. So if you can't afford a single-family home dwelling, maybe you can afford a townhome or a condominium. Those are viable options in a time where the price point is such that it's pricing people out of the market for single-family homes. I want to go over some birthdays today. It's time to wrap up the show. Today, November 9th, Lou Ferrigno from the Incredible Hulk and the bodybuilding guru. He's 70 years old today. Ryan Murphy, who was TV producer for Glee, American Horror Story, and Nip Tuck, 56 today. Nick Lachey of 98 Degrees fame, 48 degrees today. 48 degrees today. Look at there. Instead of 98 degrees, he's 48 degrees. He's 48 years old today. So just a few birthdays today to give you words that are added to the dictionary. A word that is added. Go check out words. Merriam-Webster adds words every year. Last year they added the word irregardless. Ain't was added about 4 years ago. So go out and check out Merriam-Webster. They released the words that they've added to the dictionary. It came out yesterday. So go to Merriam-Webster.com. They can show you the way a word can tell you about a period of time. And they show you the where it was first appeared. You can even go back. That's a cool thing. You can even go back in the Merriam-Webster website, and you can look up the year you were born and see what the new words that were added to the Merriam-Webster dictionary were the year you were born. That's a pretty cool thing that you can do. And, it's one of those things. I'm a geek like that, so I like to go back and see those kind of things. You know, how much bread was and who was born on the same day as you and what happened on that day or what the number one TV show was that day. Well, you can also go back and find out the words, Merriam-Webster.com. You can go out and find the words that were added to the English language in the year you were born. You know, if that's something that you like doing like I do, you can go to Merriam-Webster.com and just put in you can click on it, look up your date that you were born. It'll tell you the words that were added to the English language the year you were born. I'm pretty sure great, amazing, and just any kind of superlative were probably all added in 1966. I'm pretty sure that's when that happened. You know, the word great. I know they said Alexander the Great. That's probably new that they just added to history books after I was born. To probably added in 1966. Words like great, stupendous, amazing. Those are words were all probably added because of 1966, the year I was born. I'll be honest with you. Be honest with you. Man, I got friends of mine that are texting me right now with all kind of things that probably aren't able to be read over the air about what I just said about, the year 66 and how great it was because I was born that year. I got people probably just banging my phone right now, just going off on me. One of my good friends, he likes to always refer to when the animal says something that's good. He wants to point out that he still refers to me as the animal. So, I'm sure he's blowing my phone up, and I can't see it right now. Hey, I want to thank you for listening today. Thanks, Carol Ann Baldwin, for coming in today. The folks from CF today, Dr. Raphael Robinson and Marissa Brown, for talking about higher education opportunities at CF. And for you, the listeners, without you, this show wouldn't be possible. We'll be back same time tomorrow right here on WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
Musician Drake on Monday night issued his first public remarks on the devastating tragedy at Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival in Houston, where he made a surprise appearance before a stampede of concertgoers led to the deaths of 8 people. Drake socialized, quote, "My heart is broken for the families and friends of those who lost their lives and for anyone who is suffering," end quote. Thousands of migrants sought to storm the border from Belarus into Poland on Monday, cutting razor wire defenses and using branches to try to climb over them. The siege escalated a crisis along the European Union's eastern border. Poland's government said it had rebuffed an illegal invasion and claimed the situation was